Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm an intuitive and a healer. In today's video we're going to continue with our monthly channeling with Merlin. I'm out in the park. There may be some background noise because I forgot to bring my headphones. So hopefully you can hear me clearly. If not, I will do a voiceover. So let's just tune into Merlin here. I'm going to channel through the Merlinite and see what we get. Okay, so he's saying, greetings, fine people. The previous readings have been a prelude to getting your energy to a point where you can receive this message. There's a lot going on in the underworld, and there's a lot going on in the outer world. And by underworld, we mean behind the scenes. So behind the scenes, there's a lot going on, not just for you as an individual person, but for all the peoples on the planet. There's a big energy shift coming. It'll be heralded by something that's quite spectacular, and your energy would be best put in alignment before this time. Alright, I'm just going to interrupt where I am because I looked up and suddenly it was foggy earlier, but it's like the fog has come over again. I'm not sure if you can see it that well on the camera. It's like the fog has suddenly descended where I'm sitting. It's quite amazing. It wasn't this foggy when I sat down. Okay. So the advice here is to try and get your energy to a point where this spectacular moment will not jar you out of your comfortable life so much. So I think, okay, I'm just asking Merlin what we're talking about. He's talking about energy. Okay. So there's going to be what they're calling a spectacular moment. I think for us humans, I'm just trying to interpret here, so this is me translating. For us humans, it's going to be quite unsettling. Things are really being challenged on our planet at the moment, but it's all for a greater good. It's actually getting foggier. You can see that, even though the sun's out. Okay. So things are going to be a little challenging for us for a period of about a week, where there's going to be a lot of energy shifting, and it's all to allow us to see more. And things that have been shrouded, as in fog, are going to become clearer. Wow, it's quite interesting that's happening right in front of me at the same time as I'm saying this. So there is a lot of awakening happening on the planet, and for those of you who are already pretty awake or semi-awake, you're going to assist others in awakening because they really won't know what's going on with them. They will think that someone's torturing them, or they will think that they've had a curse, or they will think that something is happening from outside of them. But it's not. It's the energy inside them awakening. So we need to be patient with others because there may be a whole rash of misunderstanding around what we do and how we do it, because the focus will be on light workers for a change. And people's fears and wounding will come up quite strongly. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenging period for you as light workers. However, it'll clear quite quickly. And what will happen is there'll be a new understanding of what light workers do and how they assist the planet Earth. There's a lot of beings behind the scenes working on this energy too to help uplift humanity. With that will come a lot of upheavals because people's wounds will be highlighted to them, and they will act out from this wounded place. So the advice here is don't be discouraged, especially if people around you are acting up. If they're not in any way understanding of the laws of nature and the laws of the universe, they will act from a very wounded place. So it may even be people that you're very close to acting this way. So please do not be disturbed by this. It will pass, and they just need to get that energy out. Once a lot of that energy is released, it will be a big relief and it will clear very quickly. There's a big energy portal ready to transmute, to almost suck it up like a vacuum and transmute it. But while it's happening, it's going to be very disturbing, particularly to those who are very, very sensitive to energy. So it's not you, it's the energy. If you have a lot of wounding still, and you've just started out on a journey as a light worker or become aware of it, you actually might go through a little bit of a transformation process as well in yourself. And the advice here is just to roll with it. Don't resist anything. If you roll with it, it'll pass in a couple of months. If you resist it, it will take a couple of years of trials to get it released. Merlin is saying that those of you who have been dealing with wounding over the years and releasing it will need to assist those who haven't or don't know how to. And it could be as much as I hear you and I hold a space for you. It could be literally sitting and holding someone's hand while they're going through something, or it could just be from a distance where you're sending love to the situation. This is going to be a quick release of energy for en masse. Now, there will be some people who are really not in a space or haven't signed on to become light workers in any shape or form, or they haven't agreed to going through this transformation or transmutation on the planet at this time. And for that, we're not to judge them. We just accept that's what is. Being accepting of that what is and things that are out of your control is your biggest power. You do you. Let everyone do everyone else. You can send love to the situation. The advice here is not to get involved in people's stories because they're other people's stories. Light workers have a propensity to ride into battle and try and save people. It's not up to light workers to save people, it's up to people to save themselves. Now, that's not saying that if they turn to you for help, you don't give it. It's more like try not to save everyone because not everyone wants to be saved. It's more about the frequency of receptivity. If someone genuinely needs help, be receptive to that. The other advice here is not to overgive because that's what light workers tend to do as well. And they're asking us as light workers to hold space when we can. If we're tired, if we're exhausted, that's not the time to hold space. And if you've promised someone something, you may need to reschedule if you're not feeling that you can do it. And he's saying try not to hold promises that you can't keep as well, because then you're letting people down. There's a lot more of this message to come. This isn't in the imminent future, so it's not in the next few months. However, these messages are coming through to get us prepared for this energy shift. And Merlin is advising us at this point to start dealing with our wounds from our childhoods, from relationships, from anything we've got emotional wounding from. Some of us may have energy attachments, and if you're aware of this, it's time to shift it, because that'll make it so much harder when this time comes for us, because it will greatly resist the changes and make it incredibly difficult for us as light workers. And we're prone to energy attachments because we shine our light, and moths are attracted to the flame. That's all that Merlin has for us today. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Just a final view of the fog. It's really coming in a lot thicker than it was earlier. It's incredible. I guess it's an analogy of what's happening at the moment on the planet. So I sat in the park for another 10 minutes or so, and I just wanted to show you, although it's not so clear because what I actually filmed was me putting my camera into my bag. But you can see that the fog has really cleared. It was only literally 10 minutes after I stopped filming the video. Very interesting. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.